never felt as if I was a burden to anyone. I'm an average Joe. I'm a simple piano player. I was a simple piano player. This is me at my lowest. Golly, what I would do to get out of this godforsaken slump. I suppose I should spill my guts. I wasn't always like this, or in my own closed-off world. It began a long time ago, before several major-ish events in my life. This began a mere 2 weeks ago. Not too long ago, when I was much younger, I had enrolled myself in a poetry class. It wasn't glamorous nor invasive like a weed. It was an outlet.
Thank you for attending our Poet's Nook. We hope you all had safe travels. Tonight, I must announce, is our open mic night, in which several of our delightful audience members who have never interacted with us before will test their skills up here on stage. Our first poet is this lovely person right here. This is poem 1, titled The Disappearance of My Inner Livelihood and the Dangers of a Society That Won't Understand a Simple Math Equation in this treacherous planet we call a home.
Hello, I'm a poet like many of you out there. And this is my first poem handpicked and orchestrated by me. It's entitled The Disappearance of My Inner Livelihood and the Dangers of a Non-Existent Future in a Society That Won't Understand a Simple Math Equation that is life on this treacherous planet. No longer am I a burden. This is my stone, my rock, my inner's hardened, except to my atrocious yet undermined psyche. Another life, another death, another piece of tragedy. That dirt, that filth beneath your feet, and the memories of a tattered childhood. I think I know. I prosper, not a thought. Performance of performances, of societal structure. When will I get my drafts? My heart has become punctured. The end, I fear, is like the beginning. Math equations and beratings. Somewhere down the line, I will arise and fight. But for now, I lie awake at night, watching the clock tick by and thinking, what is wrong with the society that just can't handle my life being lived underground? The end.
I knew. Golly gee, I knew. I knew this was my opportunity to shine on that stage. Little did I know that would begin the demise of my mental state. This, see, is my penultimate moment of sanity. Why I attended that show, I'll never know. If I could have gotten a sign from someone, something, maybe I could have been saved.
Alrighty then, come on up. Would you like to introduce yourself?
I'd rather remain anonymous. Hi, my poem is entitled Butterfly. I wrote it here in the crowd. This is the first time I'm doing something like this. Butterfly. This is the moment of my life when a shift in wisdom might be nice. Like a flower growing in the mud, my startling sermon has begun, and with my own flower petal. What are we doing in this world? Astonished, in each dizzying turn, a truth, a fact, a hurt, a lie. Did you know, in fact, one day you will die? What a shame, but who's to blame? The end of all humanity, for sure. Have you the instinct of an insect? The intense, the erratic, upsetting past tense? My mind is wrapped like Christmas Day, your mind is wrapped like Christmas Day, our simple ending, our humble beginning, all misconstrued by thunderous upbringing, reasonable doubts. My final statement, my final vow, up in flames like a big powwow. It's done, I mutter, because life is like a butterfly, and before you know it, it passes by.
That was the greatest thing I've ever heard.
The end.
And then I began to write, and write, and write. I wrote like I've never written before. I had carpal tunnel within days. Soon enough, I had been asked to do shows, creating a name and branding for myself. And then... Poetfest. I had headlined my new poem. That darn poem. What became of me? I don't understand, and I might never so.
Another day. Somewhere in my photograph, a price emerged. A photograph. Within cells interlinked in an underpass. A strong feeling. Who thought it'd ever last? Hear, my gleeful audience. My flame is gone, my burning continues on. The end of all imaginable, the final ounce of one last call. Perhaps there'll be another day, another life, another May. Perchance you will return for me one eve, so I rest me down to sleep.
Sorry, man.
It's alright.
Hello, it's been an honor to be introduced at Poetfest. This is my new poem, Cocoon. This is a time in my life where a shift in wisdom might be nice. Like a flower growing in the mud, my stuttering sermon has begun. And with my own flower petal, what are we doing in this world? Astonished in each dizzying turn, a truth, a statement, a hurt, a lie. Did you in fact know that one day you'll die? What a shame, what a shame. But who's the one to blame? The end of humanity, that's for sure. Have you the instinct of an insect? The intense, erratic, upsetting past tense? My mind is wrapped like Christmas Day. Your mind is wrapped like Christmas Day. Our simple ends, our humble beginnings, all misconstructed by thunderous uprising, reasonable doubts. My final statement, my final vow, up in flames like a big powwow. It's done, I mutter. Because life is like a cocoon. Before you know it, it soon will blossom into a butterfly and flutter by.
That's my poem. That's plagiarism. That means you gotta get kicked out, right? This cat deserves to be kicked out, right?
The sounds of those snaps overtake my every thought that's fluttered into my mind. Nothing's ever came of snapping at someone, I suppose, but nothing in the same vein could haunt me in that very way. That hack of a man went on to win a Poe, or the grand prize at Poetfest for Best Original and Outstanding Poem. The gall! Butterfly is something I wish I could forget, but not in the world that loves slam poetry like this one does. Never be a poet. Fables end there. I wish it hadn't. I wish I hadn't. Oh well, as I say. I keep trying to forget what happened. I wonder what my life might have been if that poem of mine hadn't released. But one thing I don't have to wonder about, I know. Someday, a poem will begin to be played that I once wrote. Yes, slam poetry or some other mysterious art can put the finger on you or me for no good reason at all.